So today I thought I would bring you around my room and do a little room tour because I haven't made one of these since like the beginning of 2023 and my room has definitely changed a lot since then. I'm constantly adding stuff to my room, mainly because I spend most of my time thrifting. I think it's always going to be a work in progress. I don't think it will ever be done, but I'm pretty happy with where it's at now. It feels very reflective of me. This is where I do almost everything. This is my bedroom, it's my art studio, it's my work office. My mom always says that I've made my room into its own house, which is probably true. I just do so much in here that if I was staring at blank white walls the whole day, I'll go crazy. Starting off, we have my desk, which is where I do pretty much everything. I have my sewing machine here, as you can see, and then I have a lot hanging up around my desk. I have a lot of photos. Some of them are vintage film and postcards and things, but others like these are just from Pinterest. And then I have a couple frames and things hanging up on this side. My absolute favorite is my vintage motivational plaque, which says, "To believe is the first step in making your dreams come true." And then above my desk, I have these shelves, which are actually from IKEA, and they just have lots of books and different thrifted knickknacks and things on them. We have my little reading corner. It's pretty much just where my little reading chair is, which has lots of vintage teddy bears and things on it. And then I have a little gallery wall. It's kind of stuck in my dark academia phase, but I don't hate it enough to want to change it, so it's just kind of there. Of course, I have some shelves with lots of books on them and my fairy lights, which I love. And I have lots of little thrifted vintage things on my shelves, like this little house and my little duck. And then above my shelves, I have these cute little teddy bear pictures, which I love. They're very 80s. And then this random banana that I found, which weirdly goes really well. And then I have my tall boy dresser area, which has lots of random things on top of it, most of which just hold my jewelry. Then I have some little figurines and candles. This is like a mini box of fairy tales. And then I have this mirror, which I've had since I was little, and above that I have like a little teddy bear hanging up. And then over here I have a vintage postcard that I found, and then of course Miss Lana Del Rey. Moving over to my bedside table, I have the same lamp that I have over on my desk, and then I have some fake roses in a little wine bottle and a little container where I keep all of my pins, and then a little candle in my candle holder. I also have my current read, which is amazing. And then I have a little vintage tablecloth underneath. And then above my bedside table, I have a lot going on this wall. I have a poster over here. I have some really cute vintage frames. I have this little bow hook, which this little lady hangs off of. And I have lots of pictures, like this one of Enya when she was working with Petra, two of my favorite people, so it's going on my wall. This vintage mirror and this little elephant. Some photo booth photos of me and my sister. Okay, and then we have my bed. In this little corner, I have the cutest little frame tile of a cow that I got for my birthday. A Leon the Professional poster. Some vintage 50s trading cards of musicians. And then I have this little trinket shelf, which has lots of little trinkets on it. And then I have these gold angel wings, which are just from like the reject shop. And this rose picture I've had since I was little. My bed sheets are actually from IKEA, but I usually get most of my vintage bedding from eBay, like these pillowcases and this little quilt. And then I have lots of vintage pillows on my bed, which are all just from the thrift store. And I have a ton of books up on my windowsill, which is actually really bad for my books because they kind of get really burnt from the sun, but they just look so good up there. And then I have a little shell trinket dish with a candle, and then these two little elf fairy book stoppers, is that what they're called? I don't know, but I think it's really cute that they sit around the fire. Moving on to the most recent addition to my room, which is this huge DVD cabinet, which I keep all of my DVDs in, and I have my beautiful old box TV on top with my DVD player and my little B2. And then on top of my cabinet I have my beautiful lamp, which I got off of Etsy, and a little envelope holder, which I don't plan on keeping any envelopes in, but I loved that it had a little farm scene on the front. And then I have a little clover trinket dish with a candle, and then I just have a heart shelf on top, which just has some Slovenian families on it. And then on my wardrobe door, I have my Love Witch poster and this little heart hanging thing. And then over here, I have a few more shelves. This one has all of my little vintage baby dolls on them. Sometimes I get questions of how I can sleep with them in my room, period, but how I can sleep with them facing my bed. But I'm sorry, I just do not find them creepy. I think they're the cutest things in the entire world. So I have them on the shelf facing my bed. And then I found these amazing tree trinket shelves on eBay, which don't quite have enough trinkets yet. because I have so many shelves to put trinkets on, but I'm sure I'll get there. And then below that I have a little vintage basket with some more teddies and things on there, and then a little magazine holder with all my gardening books. And then around the shelves I have this little key holder, what I assumed was like a wall vase, and I just put some dried flowers in there. This little frame that I've had since I was little, which says "the beautiful flower" in French. And then I have my Bewitched, which is a People 2 poster, which I love. And then this amazing thing that I found on TikTok, which tracks moon cycles and the pagan calendar of the year. And then I have one of my favorite parts of my room, which is my vanity slash altar area, which is just filled with all of these really cool magical things that I found at the thrift store, like these little bowl things. I don't exactly know what they are, but they make like really beautiful sounds. They have like bells in them. And then this tea leaf reader that I found, which I haven't used yet, but is really cool. And then I just have a few books and candles and cool little containers and bottles that I keep stuff in. And then I have another little gallery wall, which is just filled with tons of beautiful, witchy, whimsical photos. And then I also have a little doily up here with a vintage hanger because I saw someone else do it and I thought it looked really cool. And I also have my little bolo tie. Moving on to the very, very last part of my room, I have sort of a little Meadow Lane corner. I have this map with little pins in it to all the places around the world that I've shipped products to or have customers in, which is just a cool thing to look at when I'm working, and it reminds me what I've accomplished. And then I have some frames down here which have Polaroids from almost every photo shoot I've done for Meadow Lane, and they're also just another good reminder of everything I've done or accomplished because sometimes I forget. That is my finished room tour. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you enjoyed seeing my room. It's probably a little bit more full on than most people, but like I said, I do everything in this room. My greatest dream in life is to have an entire house that I can decorate, and I think I'm just so impatient that I have really just made this one room my entire house. But I love it. It's so cozy and I never get sick of it. If you like this video, you can give it a like and you can subscribe to see more from me very soon. I think that's all from me, so I'll see you next time. Bye bye.